They are somewhere over here. And I can't figure out where. What, are they stuck somewhere? Oh my god, I know they're somewhere, and they're not on the surface, so they must be in the caves. Where are you guys? These are starting to become like 40-minute raids, man. How are they not right in front of me? Oh my god, I'm gotta be right next to them. There you are, finally. Yeah, that sucked a lot. Hello and welcome to Not So Daft Gamecraft, and the video that would not die. I'm finally at a position to show the raid video. I've reshot this 4 million times. I put a lot of time into building this centralized village, and frankly I'm kind of over it, but it is a wonderful emerald haul. Here's a picture of what we start with for emeralds. This does include some previous raids before I built this village. So we're going to see what we can get from a few raid runs. So I was going to film another aside, and I realized I didn't need to. I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. The village is too big. I spent all my time running around trying to find pillagers. So I thought, why not make a platform out on the ocean where there can't be as much interference? So I did some math, and apparently about 55 blocks wide is how far away from a villager a raid will spawn. So I thought I got to build a platform that goes 55 blocks in each direction. It's like 4,000 blocks, man. So I thought, okay, let's cheat, and we'll use lava, and we'll make a platform that way. Not working. So, for reasons that are not known to me, I thought, let's build a set of stairs out of dirt. We'll go way up high in the sky, and we'll be safe. We'll go 64 blocks in each direction, just in case, you know, that turns out to be a problem. You know, can't hurt to have the extra space, right? So, now I can't tell you why I thought it would make a difference that it goes down a set of stairs before it pours. I can tell you that it does not make a difference, and the technique I ended up using was a real simple version of this, which is just to place blocks off the water and use them like a curtain wall to drop the lava. This was a complete waste of time, and I can't give you a good reason I did it. First, let's find out if this is actually going to work, though. How much space do we need? So let's go into creative mode and take a look at what happens with the spawning. I've been reading online about how far away raid mobs spawn, and as you saw in the earlier video there, the lead up to this one, I've got raid guys spawning in cavities. They're spawning underground. I wanted to build a new raid village, but then I'm like, what am I going to do about this in the future? So I thought, what about making a platform out on the water? Make a big platform. Well, how big of a platform? Well, I read 64 blocks from the spawn center, which is that guy right there. I've read 64. Well, 64 is huge. That outer wall is 64 blocks from our friend in the glass house. The next one is 54. I got two different numbers. I've heard 64, I've heard 54. The inner wall is about 40 blocks. I used gold blocks to measure it. It's 40 blocks out. Well, I'm here to tell you, here's an overlay of it happening. Every single raid spawn happens within the white and the red wall. Some exceptions that they occur over here inside the red, which I don't care about. I don't have to build a 64 block platform, and the reason that's important is it would take 4,000 blocks. I know it's actually 4,000 and change, or 3,009 something. It's 4,000. Very practical purposes. So I started thinking, well, what about using lava? Let's make lava. So I made these pyramid shapes, the lava pouring down, you know. Didn't quite work. I'm not interested in trying to surf out the dynamics. I also don't like to build too complicated a thing. I like to stick with reality. So I want to build an island about the size of that white layer there, and the best way to do it is to lay lava on top of water. I started by using some stair designs, didn't work. I got smart. Why don't you just lay out a or a column of dirt in the air, drop the lava on top. Well, it turns out if you want a nice clean edge, you drop the lava on the side of a column of dirt, a row of dirt, 2 blocks above the water. Then you just keep repeating every 5 blocks or so, and I'll end up with an island easily the size of that white set of walls there. Now, there are some designs online. I'm going to see if I can find the video and put it up here in this description. There are some designs online that show you how to make a water trap. The mobs will come in, they'll fall into the water trap, and then you can take care of them from below. I might do that. But for now, I think what's more important is just having the island, getting those villagers to run towards me, and I'll take care of them around our single solo little friend trapped inside a glass house with nothing but a work block to keep him. Who was that? Nothing but a work block to keep him company. So let's get going. Let's take a look. This is going to be pretty simple. The hardest thing, I think, is already done. Come on, let's take a look. All right. This is not that hard to explain. I shot a lot of it, and I realized I didn't need to. So what I'm doing is laying these this dirt column out. It's 5 blocks out. And so then I just drop my buckets and collect my buckets right along its side. And I tried to go every, two blocks between, so every 3. It's kind of hard to do. The lava doesn't always behave. But it makes a nice clean edge. So that far edge, every time you make it, is just razor perfect. And so that's what I did the whole way down. I just kept going. From that first run that was made with the stupid staircase design, I just went towards my castle one direction and towards the water the other. And I repeated over and over again. And every time I would mark it, here we are cleaning up the edge so I can take bricks from that side and move them to the other side because I wanted to make it a square. And so again, you just go out 5, start tagging on, and create your bucket placement zone, basically. I found this pretty rhythmic after a while. I thought this is going to drive me crazy, but it goes pretty quickly. So then I used a bunch of glowstones to try and get random spawns down, and then I marked from the center, from the edge to the center, to find this space here. That's where my villager hut needs to be. So we're gonna make it out of glass. I'm gonna build like a little diverter wall here. Initially I thought I'd try and drop the villager somehow on water and he would just migrate in, but by the time I finally got around to doing it, it just turned out to be a lot easier to just go ahead and put the guy directly in there. You'll see. So we get ourselves a villager. This guy was happy enough to just pop out the door. I wish it went this fast. Man, it is slow to row on solid ground, baby. But we bring them out here to the island. I dropped a bucket here so we could get up. And I kind of realized, you know what, you're never going to be able to drop a bucket and navigate him in there, so why don't we just break this out a little, and we'll bring the boat inside. Woo, that almost went bad. I'd had to go get another one. Okay, not much more to do now, but zip over to our villager outpost and get ourselves the old stank of bad omen, eh?
Hey man, I got your bad omen right here. No, seriously, here it is, dude.
So we rush across the Rainbow Bridge, and we let the raid take place. And I know it's a lot easier than running around that other village, for sure. I definitely want to experiment with trapping these guys. I want to see how well it works. But let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. We'll take a look at the Emerald Haul from the last few raids. Wow, there we have it. Now, you'll notice that my pattern is not great. It's not perfect. The fact of the matter is I measured incorrectly when it came time to figure out how much to light this. You see big gaps in places like here and here. I was uncertain whether a glowstone set level has the same lighting distance as one set on the surface. So I basically counted the glowstone was 15, and I went 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And then I figured it goes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I put, I think, 13 blocks between each glowstone, and it didn't do it. We were getting spawning. I ended up adding some additional center bits, and then going back and adding even more center bits. So there's a lot of glowstone here, and right now it is preventing all but raid spawning, which is great. The island probably doesn't need to be this big. I think if I were to put a wall out at the 55 block mark, I could probably contain the mobs better. But what we're going to do is trench around this site here. And we most definitely are going to put a water trench in with a corresponding lift that takes them up and brings them back down for one-hit kills. The question is going to be, how quickly do mobs advance on the poor villager? You know, I don't want to sit down there for 20 minutes waiting for them to show up. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. I'm gonna start doing some polls by just standing up on this roof and getting a sense of whether or not they do advance on us from a distance. But right now it's a bit of an emerald factory. Look at this. I don't know if I have a before and after. I hope I do. I think I have a picture somewhere of my before. And that's a couple of raids at the old raid site, which is not good. Too big, too much running around. This one, pretty dang efficient. Pretty close to home. And I can swap out the block for their profession, and I can put whatever I want in that hole. I can put a cartographer in there if I want maps, for example, trade up and get my maps, because that's the next mission. Is we're going to go find a woodland mansion and go explore it. And we're going to use the technique through the nether to get to that woodland mansion. Okay, thank you for watching the longest video production I've ever put together in Not So Daft Minecraft. Unfortunately, this was a killer of an edit and a killer of a film, and I'm not certain what it's going to look like. But we did it anyway. That is a raid platform built by lava that is Well, it's much better than having a random village. All right, thank you for watching Not So Daft Gamecraft, the video from hell. I've been Gosub. You've been great.